short entertainment program for you guys to enjoy and learn about the importance of computer literacy. We are now entering a scene where a girl is attending online classes on TV using Alexa. You guys probably know about her. Alexa is a virtual assistant technology largely based on its polished speech synthesizer named Ivana. It is capable of voice interaction, music playback, streaming podcasts, etc. Shortly after that, she had a fight with her father. Wanna know why? Well, I guess you'll have to find out.
Oh, I'm so tired, but I have classes left. Alexa, please play my pending classes from Coursera.
Okay, playing your pending classes from Coursera.
Good morning, students. Welcome to Coursera classes. Today we are going to learn about the topic emerging trends. Emerging trends are the innovations that take place in the computer field every day. And we may ask why we should be aware of these innovations. It is because they help to give us a better understanding about the existing technologies. Let us look at some examples of emerging trends. These include artificial intelligence.
One eternity later.
Alexa, pause the classes and play Spotify.
Playing song by Angelino.
കണ്ണാണേ കണ്ണേ കണ്ണാണേ കണ്ണേ എന്നീത് സായവാ പൊന്നാണ് നെഞ്ചേ പൊന്നാണ് കയ്യാൽ പൂ പോലെ നീവാ ഞാൻ കാത്തു നിன்ற കാലങ്ങൾ തോറും എന്നേക്കും തീരുമാ ഞാൻ പാതു നിன்ற പോവാനം എങ്ങും എന്മിന്നൽ തോന്നുമാ തണ്ണീരായി മേഘം തോറും കണ്ണീർ சேரும் கற்கண்டாய் மாறுமா ஆராரிராரோ ராரோ ராரோ ஆராரிராரோ ஆராரிராரோ ராரோ ராரோ ஆராரிராரோ ஆராரிராரோ ராரோ ராரோ ஆராரிராரோ ஆராரிராரோ ராரோ ராரோ ஆராரிராரோ கண்ணானே கண்ணே கண்ணானே கண்ணே.
Watch this short video to get 30 minutes of uninterrupted listening. Enjoy the next 30 minutes of uninterrupted listening. Playing song by Ayush.
Hello, fall in love again until I found her. Never fall unless it's you I fall into. I was lost within the darkness, but then I found her. I found you.
Alexa, play some dance videos from YouTube.
Playing dance videos.
Maravilha.
Okay, playing song by Devika.
这你现在已经不用来了，直接收到了。
Alexa, stop. What do you think you're doing? You have a speech to prepare for tomorrow.
No, I'm not always on the TV, and yes, I have prepared my speech. Would you like to hear it?
Okay, go ahead.
World Computer Literacy Day, which is observed annually on December 2nd, was launched by the NIIT in 2001. It aims to create awareness and drive digital literacy in underserved communities worldwide. The history of computers begins with the birth of abacus, and then came many other devices like Pascal, Leibniz wheel, difference engine, etc. The first computer invented by Charles Babbage in 1822, called analytical engine, paved the way for the advancement of modern technology. Since then, the computers have improved greatly and have become more accessible. Nowadays, every profession requires basic computer knowledge, and modern technology has advanced to the point humans can command robots to do the boring routine tasks. Computer Literacy Day reminds us about the importance of computer in our daily life.
Well done, kid. But there's just one thing I can say. These luxuries haven't come on its own. There's a lot of people who have worked, many people who have worked, and those efforts are what caused the generation of tech that we have right now. And also the fact that computers can be addictive. And it's our job to make sure that we should make productive use of it.
Okay, Father, thank you for telling me that.
Computers are used in various areas of our life, such as education, entertainment, advertising, finance, etc. From this program, I'm pretty sure you must have had a more clearer idea on computer literacy. The computer and the internet is an integral part of his being. A person gets access to a huge amount of information and program that will help him successful studies. Last but not the least, I would like to conclude by saying Hari Parthavi's famous words. In a world that's increasingly run on technology, computer science is a liberal art that every student should be exposed to regardless of their path in life. I would like to call upon Vice Principal Mini Ma'am for welcome speech.
A warm namaste to all. Today, December 2nd, is observed as Computer Literacy Day. Having basic computer skills, children will be able to develop skills like programming. Nowadays, computers affect every facet of our lives and every sector of global society. Communication is mostly digital. I would like to say that children need to understand how to communicate with others safely, appropriately, and effective. I am very happy and proud to say today we have Parent Initiative Program, a session on technology trends on Computer Literacy Day. We have already started club activities, but on this day we can have inauguration of IT Club also. We have Mr. Jayachandran, Director of Informatics Systems, FlexM Private Limited, father of our student Ayush of 11C. On behalf of KMVVM Pottore, I welcome you, sir, to the program. My hearty welcome to the teaching and non-teaching staff to the program. Children, you have conducted quiz, debate, and now skit with a lot of entertainment program in connection with Computer Literacy Day. I understand that all of you have a lot of talents. Try to grab all the opportunities that you get and shine wherever you go. Welcome all my children to the session. Once again, I welcome you all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. The sun enlightens everyone, but the light of knowledge enlightens those who are actively seeking the light. I invite Jayachandran sir to inaugurate our school's IT club by lighting the lamp. Also, I invite Vice Principal Mini ma'am, IT club in charge, Shamini teacher, Computer Department HOD, Suma teacher, Jyoti teacher, Nisha teacher, and IT club student coordinator, Emmanuel Denley, for lamp lighting ceremony. May I introduce today's chief guest. The accredited IT professional, Mr. Jayachandran sir, is founder of Cylogics, has been on the field for 25 plus years, helped as CEO, CIO, head IT, deep technical expertise, digitalization, cloud architect, cybersecurity, and more. Presently, he is the director of Information Systems in FlexM Private Limited, Singapore. I now invite you, sir, to share some of your experience and knowledge about this day. Sir, the stage is all yours.
Good morning all. There is no response? Good morning. Louder. Good morning. Oh, that's good. Okay. Today, I thank the KBVV for giving me an opportunity to inaugurate your IT club as well as sharing some of my knowledge in the industry which has been gained since 25 years in this industry. So, I was actually a commerce graduate. In my initial stages of job, I found a job as an accountant, being all commerce graduates do. But in 6 months' time, I realized that it is not my cup of tea. So I quit the job, I moved to computers, and in the various levels, like for example, initially I started with software development, then I moved to infrastructure, then I moved to the networking, then I moved to the security, so almost all the areas I was able to cover that. So now, with this 25 years, I have worked in different verticals of computers. Okay, one thing is for sure that when I started, it was also a starting period for evolution of computers in the world. So there was no big specialization. There was only two specialization. One is infrastructure and another one is software development. Right now, it is not the situation. Like, for example, I can take the example of a medical field. Like, if you have a bone fracture, you will definitely go for an ortho. And you have some heart disease, you will go for a pulmonologist. Like that, it is specialized in each and every places. Also, the industries around the world, whatever industry you take, it is all computerized, it's technology oriented. Since 1900, or last 100 years, I can say that, from 1900 to 2000, it was actually the evolution of automobiles. You know, the biggest industry grown in the world is automobiles. Like, if you, I have a picture of that. I had not bring that. Okay, there was a picture of London streets in 1900. That you can see single horse or a multiple horse cars and a single car in 1900. But if you see after 13 years or 14 years, in 1913 or 1915, another picture was there. Like, there was full of cars and there was a single horse cart. And it has been, evolution has been, huge in the case of automobiles in last 100 years. This is one of the industry where every industry has got like that. You know, the growth was unexpected. But if you take last 15 to 20 years, the evolution of technology, I think the speed of technology growth was much higher than any other industry in the world, I would say. Because it has penetrated to any industry or any segment, any sector. If you take medical, if you take education, any sector like manufacturing or even automobiles, the technology has been penetrated. So, being a part of this industry, I also grown with that. So, I've gained a little knowledge with that. I think I will be able to share that. I don't know, I have prepared a number of slides, but I don't know I'll be able to finish that in the particular, short period of time. So I think we can start the presentation on that. Thank you very much. Okay, in between, I know that it might be boring for some of the people, so I will always, whenever I use speeches, I always use a trick to not make you sleep. Okay, so this trick is nothing. I will say hi, then you have to respond with hello. If I say hello, you have to respond with hi. In between my presentation, I'll do that, so I'll make sure that nobody sleeps. Thank you very much. So we'll start with a little bit basics. So when I talk about basics, it's not about the difference between hardware and software, nothing like that, So you all might have at least once, you might have gone through any of the websites, okay? So my question is, how the website works. Anybody has an idea? It can be an interactive. How the website works. Yeah. Mic.
With a server?
Yeah. Then?
Page.
Yes. Then? That is the design of the website. Okay? But it actually how it works. When you type www.bvbpottore.com, how it is appearing in any of the computers? That is the question.
It searches to find the...
Where it searches? Okay, no problem.
Programming?
Yes, that is a part of it. But I think there I can see one hand. Pass the mic, please.
HTML?
That is told already. Okay. Yes. Huh? WW. No, I cannot hear. Hey, what is internet? You know internet. I know that internet. But how? What is the components of your website? What is the architecture of the website?
When we type something to the browser, it will send a request to it and give it to the browser.
It will send a request to?
World Wide Web.
It will send, half is correct. It will send a request to where? Yeah, correct. But in between there is something. Okay, let me explain. I don't know whether you can read. Okay, so a website has got, as many of them told, that there are several components. Okay, there is an HTML page by basic, which is used for programming. Okay, and there is servers, and the request is sent to the servers. You have an URL also. You have a domain name also. www.pottore.com is a domain, right? Okay. How? I am telling that how www.pottore.com is getting connected to the server. The server can anywhere in the world, right? Okay. Response is required. Otherwise, I will also sleep. Okay. So there is something called DNS, Domain Naming System. DNS is nothing but it is the bridge for the URL and IP address. You know, there is a table maintained in the DNS which www.pottore.com is equal to whatever the IP address is there, 192.163.212.112, which is pointing to the server. And the DNS can be in many places. Okay, around the world, DNS can be replicated in many places. So whenever you type in your browser that www.bbpottore.com, it will go to the DNS first, and from the DNS, where it is pointed to that IP address, it is go to the server. Understood? Okay. So this is the same methodology for any of the websites. If you take Microsoft.com, if you take Apple.com, Google.com, Amazon.in, Flipkart.in, any website. This is the exactly same method used. So now we just talked about websites. What are the difference? Anybody knows about applications, web applications? Yeah. No, that is a browser. Web application is nothing but you buy things from Amazon, right? Okay? You do things in Facebook, right? That's all called as web applications. When a user is getting interacted to the system, to an application or a website, is called as web application. So that is the difference. As somebody was telling that an HTML page is required for a website, HTML page only shows the static information of the data. But if a user want to interact with the application, then it is called as web application. Web application will have an interface where you can enter the data inside, get stored in the database, and whenever you ask for any questions, it will search the database and give and display the database on the page. So understood what is the difference between web application and static web page? So another question. How many of you has gone to bbbportal.com? Is it a web application or it's a static application? Huh? What you are interacting in that application? It is only showing the information of the school. But there is a student management portal in the backend, right? When we parents or you yourself get the I don't know what the homeworks and things like that. No, there was something like in Corona time. I think I have seen that. Okay, that is a web application. And when a parent or myself making the payment online, there is a button called payment online. From that moment, it moves to a web application because I am interacting with the system. The other one, the bbbportal.com, is just simply showing the information. We can understand about the school. We can understand whatever details is filled in that school, we can understand. So that is the difference. The points I have explained, I have mentioned in the points. Those who are reading it can read it. So next, e-commerce. What is e-commerce? Yeah. Correct. Selling and buying products online. Okay. So an example is Amazon.com, right? What are the components of e-commerce? There is a website, as I told, because Amazon.in is a website to interact. A customer creates a profile, like you use your mobile email ID or mobile number to create your own profile, wherein you will add your credit card, all the details. There will be a cart. What is cart? Correct. The list of things you can add to this cart, whatever you want to buy. There is a payment gateway where customer can make the payment and buy things. Logistics. Anybody has got an idea what is logistics? Delivering the products to the customer. Okay? So now, in the short time, we learned a static web page. What is an application? What is an e-commerce? Coming to social media. How many of you uses social media on a daily basis? Oh, so many hands. Question, whether it is an application or it is a static. Louder. Okay, because you are interacting with it, right? In the world of social media, you can see huge number of applications, It's too much information in the internet. If I want to know about any of you, whoever is active in social media, I'm sure that if I get the name, I can get the information. Because you share your daily life in the social media. Okay? I'm not going to the cyber security part of it. I'm just telling what is the social media. Earlier we told that these applications are stored in servers. Where these servers are stored? Headquarters of the? Correct. But you have a server here? So where that server is? If I don't have a headquarters and I have the application, where it is stored? It is called as data center. There are a lot of data centers in India. These data centers has got many servers who publicly can procure the services and use it. So that is called as data center. What is there inside the data center? As we mentioned, there are servers. There's a storage. What is the storage? You have all have laptops, right? What is the storage in your laptop? hard disk. I think you have learned it in your computer classes. Yeah. So like that, for storing the information in data center, they have complete storage devices. Huge storage devices, because terabytes of data are stored in the data center. Because as I told you, there are social media applications, there are other payment gateway applications, Amazon, like that, so many applications are there. These all go, the exit point or the final thing is collection of data. This has to be stored somewhere. Then networking. Since there are a lot of servers, these server storage needs to be interconnected. Have you learned LAN? Yes. So this is exactly an extended version of LAN, I can say, in a data center. Infrastructure. What is infrastructure? Hello? What is infrastructure? Any idea? Everything which is supporting to this data center is an infrastructure. This fan is an infrastructure, right? If we have AC here, that is an infrastructure. So when these many machines are working inside a data center, there will be a huge temperature generated from these machines. So you need to have cooling systems for that. Cooling systems, so that because of this temperature, it can happen fire also. So you need to have a fire extinguisher also. So what happens? Have you seen the fire extinguisher? You can see here, right? Okay. Have you seen fire engines? What is it used for? Huh? Okay. It is used with water, right? Can we use water in data center? Why? Correct. It will damage the devices, right? So what can be used to extinguish fire there? No. There's something called CO2. What is CO2? CO2 gas is used to, it's in a gas format, it's in a powder format. So the powder is sprayed. Okay, beside that. So that all comes in the infrastructure. When we have this huge, data center, we need to check whether everything is working fine, right? So what is required for that? Monitoring is required for that. So they need to have a 24/7, 365 days monitoring, because it is not their data, it is somebody else's data. So I told you, for networking, the cabling, the power. For house, if power goes, what happens? Everything goes. But you have inverter at home, right? Data center also needs to have something like that, right? What is there? Is it inverter? Backup power. What is that? Backup power is backup power. Backing up the electricity. What is that? Yeah, one thing is generator. Then there is something called UPS. So what is the difference between the inverter at your home and the UPS? No. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, the same thing. If you have TV at home, the power is gone. If inverter is on, still it will be on, right? Then what is the difference between UPS and inverter? Yeah, inverter also stores energy. No. There is a slight fraction of second when you use inverter. Okay? You are not noticing because the speed is high. There is a slight fraction of second when the power goes, inverter also goes. then it automatically goes. But UPS is not like that. The full form of UPS itself is like that. Uninterrupted power supply. Okay? Then as I told the cooling, then what is required? The software is required, right? So everything is in data center. So I know that from the skit they have used Alexa and used YouTube. So I'm sure that you people will be also using or viewing cinemas on OTT, right? How it is working? If we upload a Malayalam cinema to OTT, how a person in the other side of the world is seeing that cinema? Huh? Any guesses? Any guess? No, there is no lagging, right? When you see a movie online, there is no lagging. It is continuous, right? So a movie is approximately, let's assume that it's a 4 GB of data. I'm sure that you know what is 4 GB, right? Minimum of 4 GB of data. When you are streaming a 4 GB of data, okay, why it is not lagging? Huh? No, you have a limited connection internet at home. 30 Mbps, 40 Mbps, 60 Mbps, 100 Mbps, whatever it may be. Okay. Why it is not lagging? No, big RAM is lies on your computer. But this streaming is coming from the online. Huh? Server? Yeah, it has to be stronger, but if a movie is released, let's say 1,000 people are seeing the same movie at the same point of time, but still it is not lagging. No. Okay, let me tell you. I know that you don't know this. This is called as content delivery network. Okay, this is a map of content delivery network. So as I mentioned previously, there is data center. From the data center, there are a lot of replicated data centers around the world. Okay? And whenever a movie is uploaded to a CDN, content delivery network, that is replicated in multiple servers across the world. Understood? Any questions you can ask in between. Okay, no problem. So, whenever you are streaming a movie, the application is configured in such a way that it will stream from the nearest location. It is not from the same server, it is from a distributed network. So that is called as content delivery network. Hey! This side is so sleepy, I don't know why. So there are two parts of content delivery network. One is, as I told, data center or server, and there is an edge server. The nearest server, whatever you are accessing the data, that server is called edge server. Okay, now we are moving to cloud. I don't know whether I am okay with the speed or you want to reduce. Okay. How many have heard cloud computing? Huh? No? Cloud computing is the collection of these data centers and these services together, in one place, and there will be a service provider who provide these services. Okay. Earlier we told that data centers. Somebody was also telling that the servers are stored in the headquarters. Okay, the company has to buy the servers, right? So that is a huge investment. Like when you want to buy the servers, it's a huge investment. So somebody has already invested money. Somebody has already made this infrastructure. Somebody has already configured this networks, servers, operating system, application. Everything is there. Whatever you need to do or whatever you need to use, you need to subscribe for that application and you will use it. You don't bother about anything else. Cooling, server, storage, you don't bother anything. That is called cloud computing. I don't know, my watch is answering what is cloud computing. Okay? So from this explanation, anyone can guess, do you use cloud computing on a daily basis? Huh? Where? YouTube is the one which we mentioned earlier, which is a content delivery network. You use cloud computing. How many has got Gmail email accounts? You are using cloud computing, right? You just create a profile, right? You get emails, you send emails. You are taking a service. Apart from that, you are doing anything for that? Only you are using your laptop, that's all. So you are using cloud computing. When we talk about cloud, there are 3 different models. Is boring? Am I boring? So there are 3 models. One is SaaS model, then PaaS model, then IaaS. The SaaS model is Gmail, software as a service. That service, only you are using that service. So that Gmail is a software as a service. PaaS model is, we are developing an application. We are developing an application. Okay? We want to put in some area that application. We don't want to buy any infrastructure. When we subscribe for that model, it is called as PaaS. PaaS is platform as a service. IaaS, infrastructure as service. So we are just taking the data center, we are buying the operating system or whatever software is required. Instead of buying a computer, we are using a data center. So that is called as IaaS. There are bigger terms for it, I'm sure, but I'm just telling on a layman rule. So I just told the differences. Who all are cloud providers in the world? Have you heard of these terms? Any of them? Any of you? It is Amazon Web Services, AWS, then Google Cloud, Azure, Alibaba, blah blah blah. Lot of providers are there for cloud services. You can also go and subscribe and try the cloud services if you are interested. It's free for some time. So as I told you, that data centers. These providers has got data centers around the world. That is what I will put in the map. Web 3. When you are browsing YouTube and when you are Googling, have you ever heard of this term called Web 3? Any of you? So you guys only use YouTube, I think. Don't concentrate on any of the things apart from that, right? Hello? That response is there. Okay, earlier we have mentioned about websites. Okay, somebody told me from here that yes, third party. No. Somebody told initially that there are HTML pages used for websites. Correct. So I mentioned the difference between application and static websites. What is static websites? I have already explained. It is only giving you information, right? What is application? You can interact with application. So Facebook, you are interacting, right? Okay. Now question. You have put a comment in Facebook, which is very bad words. Okay? What will happen? Facebook deletes that, okay, because of unparliamentary words. So, when I talk about Web3, I have to say Web3 is nothing, www only, but the version 3. What is in the version 3? So, for me to understand, that is it. That is right. He told that artificial intelligence introduced. Correct. But when, sorry, I missed the point. So when we talk about Web 3, I need to talk about Web 1, Web 2 and Web 3. So Web 1 is what? Static websites. There is no interaction, only information. That is Web 1. Then Web 2. You are interacting with the system. Like Facebook, you are putting comments, you are liking somebody's post, you are putting posts, somebody else likes that. So it's an interaction, that is Web 2. But there is a disadvantage for Web 2, where if you put a bad comment, Facebook has got the authority to delete it. Not only Facebook, any service providers in that matter can delete it because it is unparliamentary. So it is Facebook is still owner of your content. Correct? In Web3, it is not like that. You are the owner of your content. If you put bad words, it is your perception. Nobody will delete it. Okay? That is getting introduced. There are a lot of disputes and controversies going on, but it will be deleted. Apart from that, Web3 has got a lot of different modules like AI, artificial intelligence, machine language, and blockchain. I don't know, anyone heard about blockchain? Hello? Anyone heard about blockchain? Guys, you are this era's students. You need to at least get the terminologies. Hello? Crypto. Yes. Correct. Partially it is correct. Blockchain means it is derived from crypto. But when I talk about crypto, I need to ask, what is crypto? Louder. Online currency. Where it is produced? Okay, let me ask that. Our Indian rupees, who is produced? Huh? Wrong. Correct. RBI, Reserve Bank of India. Reserve Bank of India is the supreme authority to manufacture our notes. So, when we talk about cryptocurrency, who is manufacturing it? Any idea? Correct. which is crypto mining. That is correct. But who is the initial person who is manufacturing that? Which company? Yeah. Huh? Cannot hear. Nobody. No. So Adarsh, I would say that you can create a cryptocurrency. Okay? Not only you, anyone in this room, future you can create. As of now, there is no policy or rules for that. You can start your own cryptocurrency and you can market it and you can make money out of it. That is already there. In the world, there is no policy for that. Okay, now coming back to blockchain. If that is the scenario, anybody can make cryptocurrency. There are a lot of hacking and changes can happen, right? For securing that, blockchain has come in picture. Earlier we told that an application has got an interface and a database. In the blockchain scenario, there are multiple databases across the world with the same information. So if somebody has changed a single database, it will not be affected because others has to accept. And you cannot hack easily and change some figures online. That was in nutshell, that is the advantage of blockchain. I have explained this, Web 1, Web 2 and Web 3. So this is a bit more in detail. I thought you guys will be knowing about these terms. That is why I prepared this. Okay, virtual reality. I'm just talking about today's trends. Can be trends extended for tomorrow's, which will be helpful for you when you move to a future or career. So with this presentation, I wanted to just give you a glimpse of what is happening in the world and what way you should choose for your future. What is virtual reality? Huh? Yes. That is how you use virtual reality. So I know that this information you get from games, right? Correct. So in simple words, I can tell you in a simple word, in simple English statement, be there without being there. Correct? Correct? Be in that location or experience that location without going there. So what all things are there for virtual reality? As he told, you need to wear some VR device on your eyes and you need to have a headphone. Okay? It actually uses what? It actually uses, or what is the cream of virtual reality? Is it the computers? Is it the technology? Is it these devices? What is it? I know that, I don't know. It is your brain, nothing else. Your brain, simulates it. Your brain only, you are fooling your brain in virtual reality, the other way around. It is not technology, it is your brain only. So I have shown this two devices. You can experience the virtual reality by ordering Google Cardboard Box. It is called as Google Cardboard Box. It is very cheap online. You can buy it, you can wear it, go to YouTube, search for virtual reality examples, use the headphone, use your mobile, put the mobile in there is a tray, you can see a yellow piece there, mobile. You can put your mobile there and you can experience the virtual reality. Augmented reality. So what is that? Correct. This answer is correct. Is aware about augmented reality. This side is completely sleepy. I don't know why. Girls, come. Hello. Augmented reality is actually, I'll give you an example for that, so that it will be easy to understand. Your parents or yourself in future, you have built a house, okay? Your dream house. Now it is time to put the furniture there, okay? So you need to know what furniture exactly fits there in your drawing room or living room. What you will do? You will buy. You go to every shop and buy all furniture and try it out. It's not practical, right? What you can do is, you can use augmented reality, take the phone or any other tablet devices, take the photograph or on a live mode, put the virtual furniture there and you can try it out. This is exactly the picture shown. So you can, actually you can understand which type of furniture you require or what will be good for your living room. Have you heard of lens cart? What is lens cart? Glasses, right? What technology it uses? That's it. We use lot of things on our daily life, but we don't realize it. That is a disadvantage of this century. So augmented reality is used in business also, like for example, there are stock rooms or store rooms for storing multiple items. Like for example, it is used in delivery actually. When you order something from Amazon has stored these items in their storeroom. There are huge lot of items. To get this count on a physical count, it is not easy. There are a lot of employees or manpower required to go there and count these items. So what it can be, augmented reality can be used that to get these counts of the items. It will just take the photograph, it will automatically count the items from there and it will update your database. So these are future, like to reduce the manpower, definitely. So what is difference between AR and VR? Augmented reality and virtual reality. Yeah? Correct. Understood. So, as it is mentioned, augmented reality overlays digital images on your view, wherein primarily users use a headset or an device, virtual reality device, to simulate the things. So that is the difference between AR and VR. Artificial intelligence. I'm sure somebody has already mentioned initially that artificial intelligence. What is artificial intelligence? human-made technology. Right? Everything is human-made. Everything is human-made.
Which we can comment them and
Huh?
which we can comment them and do something.
Artificial intelligence is nothing but you are feeding your experiences to that, right? Experiences you are fed to the system. And according to the query, from these experiences, there is an analysis done, and from the analysis, that given an output. Understood? Hello? So what all components are there in artificial intelligence? There is something called machine learning, as I clearly mentioned. Have you guys ever experienced that you search something in Google and as soon as you move to Facebook, you see that advertisements? Have you seen how system knows that you have searched, or how Facebook knows that you have searched this item? Or how many of you have got Alexa at home? Okay. Have you ever experienced that you talk about something at home and suddenly it comes on your Facebook? Never experienced? You have to experience it. Is it? Alexa is whose product? So Amazon will put that way to you, right? They will open the mic whenever they want. Right? When you speak about a product at home, and suddenly it comes as an advertisement in Amazon. I have experiences. So that all comes from an artificial intelligence working in the backend. So that particular part is done by machine learning and deep learning. Then there is something called natural language processing. What is natural language processing? Have you used any time used the Google Translate? What it does, you type in English and you can get it in Spanish, Dutch, or whatever it may be, right? Or you type in French, you can get it in English, or in Malayalam, that is. But when we talk about natural language processing, it is text transferring to speech, and speech transferring to text. So what is the example for that? Alexa is an example for that, right? You're asking Alexa to play a song, right? So what it is doing, it take your voice, it recognizes the speech, convert to text, go to the database, search for the song, play it for you. Have you used Alexa other way around? Any of you have got Alexa who has experience or who has used Alexa other way around? Who type something and ask Alexa to speak? Have done? You have to do it. There is an app for Alexa, you install it in phone and you can type whatever you want, Alexa will speak right away. So it is exactly natural language processing. Expert systems. Expert system is exactly what I have just previously mentioned, that our knowledge is fed into the computer, which is stored in the database. There are a lot of other scientists who have found a lot of expert opinions, which is also fed into the system. And whenever somebody has got a query, we will ask that to the computer, and the expert system, which is a part of artificial intelligence, give you an identical or a close to good answer for that. Speech recognition I have mentioned, and planning and artificial intelligence is used for robotics. How many of you have gone for any robotic classes? What you have done there? Have you programmed anything, or you just assembled whatever they have given? Assembled that? Okay. So there also you feed the system what you need to do, right? Vision. This is one part. Maybe, I don't know, maybe how many of your parents while driving has got a fine for speed. Have you seen anywhere that Kerala police has put one camera and stand there to fine you? Because I've never noticed these things, right? So how it is done? It captures the number plate of the vehicle which is on a high speed, convert that image to text and store the database and put C file. That's also a part of artificial intelligence. So are some examples of AI. You can see that there is a video playing. From there, they have put a camera. They can identify is it a male or it's a female, it's a two-wheeler or it's a three-wheeler or it's a four-wheeler. This all can be captured and saved in the database. So as I mentioned, the expert systems, experts, all statements or whatever they have, they are in experts that is fed to the system, and from the system it gives you an answer. Speech recognition, Alexa is a good example. I have already mentioned that. Okay, I think I didn't take that much time. Future is technology. How many of you want to move your career in the information technology or in technology? Very less people. I think this side is more. So in the initial speech, as I mentioned, when I started my career, there was only two segmentations. One is either you go for a hardware job or you go for a software job. Now it is not like that. Now it is, specialized in each and everything. Whatever we have previously mentioned slides, like AI, in that machine language, deep learning, these all are specialized in segmentations. So I'm just giving you a glimpse of 5 or 6, future promised designations. As far as my experience, in another 10 to 15 years or 20 years, this will be a growing industry. Technology will be a growing industry. Out of this industry, these designation will be helpful for them, for the people who really want to, success in their career. Hello. Thank you. Software developer. Meaning, what is a software developer? What is the job of a software developer? Huh? Yeah, how? What do you use to build software? Programming, right? In another way, coding. Have you heard of coding? So there are different segments inside software development you can go for. You can go for an AI developer. You can go for, and hardware software developer. Have you heard of hardware software developer? Anyone? Hardware software developer. In our words or in technical terms, it is called as firmware. Firmware is nothing but a software which resides inside the hardware. For example, the cars. How many of you know that nowadays the recent cars has got an ECU inside or a computer inside? How many of you know? Nobody knows? Yeah, you know that. In every car, every automobile, now it is releasing has got a computer inside. That computer name is not CPU, it is called as ECU. Electronic Computer Unit. So it is used for the mileage, okay? If you want to increase the mileage, if you want to increase the speed of the car, it is used, it will be, you will be programming that, or the manufacturer will be programming that ECU in such a way that it should not exceed this, it should give this optimized mileage on this speed, all these things. And there is a log maintained. Recent cars, if you take some Hyundai or any manufacturer in that matter, if you didn't put your seat belt and you drive for 4 kilometers, more than 4 kilometers, it records that the driver has not put seat belts. What is the use of that? What is the use of computer inside the car? Huh? Okay, not only for safety, if the car meets with an accident, they claim the insurance, right? If the driver didn't put the seat belt and he has got injured, whose mistake is this? Why insurance company should pay? It's the driver mistake, right? Why insurance company should pay? So the ECU log says that this driver has not put the seat belts, so insurance company has no need to pay them. So I was talking about the hardware programming, which is firmware development. This is one of the examples I have mentioned. And you might have sometimes in this age, you might have sometimes gone to hospitals, might have seen the scanning machines that also built in with computer. Now there's any medical equipment in that matter which is working on power. Nowadays has got an ECU, everything. So, okay, then another thing is a full stack developer. In the software development, we call it as full stack. Those who develop the front end, whatever user see, that is called as front end. Whatever the processing is happening, that is called as back end. And whatever you see in your mobile, that is called as mobile application. So a person who is developing all these three is a full stack developer. So there are a lot of ways. Database administrator. I have mentioned database. What is database? Collection of data. Database is a collection of data. You have learned in your computer classes Excel sheet, right? This Excel sheet is a database. It's a simple database. You can call it as a simple database. So whenever there is a huge database happens, there is a requirement for an administrator who needs to administer the database or who needs to manage the database. There are a lot of functions on a daily basis happening on the database. So you need to have a database administrator. UX UI designer, who is the person who designed the user interface. UX stands for user experience. UI stands for user interface. Whatever you take in your WhatsApp, you can see the screens, not somebody has designed it, right? That is done by a UX UI designer. Or whatever you say, Facebook mobile app, that is also done by a UX UI designer. Something called DevOps engineer. No, we have talked about the software development. When you want to put it for production, somebody has to use it, then it is production. I am sure that you know the meaning of production, right? Okay, that part is done by the operation department of any of the organization. So, if you want to match the development, or if you want to synchronize the development process and the production process, there is a DevOps engineer required. So that is an opportunity of the future. Data scientist. I have given the example for that. When you search for something in Google, it appears on your Facebook page as an ad. It will provoke you to buy. Okay, that is the job of a data scientist. who analyze the data, whatever you searches, it's stored somewhere, how many times you searched, exactly like, it will be the same for YouTube also. I don't know whether you have noticed. You have seen some kind of, like, for example, informative videos. I have seen some kind of informative videos. That's okay. If you continuously or see the full videos 2 or 3 times, then your suggestions will be that type of video or that category of video. But that is also a job of data scientist. Then below the screen you can see the cloud engineer. I'm accessing this from the cloud, that is why it asking for the password. Cloud engineer is who manages the cloud for an organization. So future, as I told you, nobody is going to invest for any infrastructure. They are going to use cloud. So there is a probability of getting career on cloud engineer. Cyber security expert. What is cyber security? Huh? Yeah, your safety in the internet. You're putting a lot of information in the internet. Somebody can misuse that. You know? So there is an expert required for an organization perspective. What all things you need to do, what all things you need to, not to give access to the public, something like that. Digital marketing. What is digital marketing? Marketing online. Okay. How you market online? Use Instagram, use Facebook, YouTube. Okay. So, any questions from your side are welcome. Hello. Hi. Any questions? I think I end up early. Yes. Mike.
Could you explain how natural language processing helps disabled people, like see or how it helps see or how it helps natural language?
See, there are it is used in the same field, disability field. For example, people who have not see but they can hear. Okay, it can be used with virtual reality, AI, and vision related to the artificial intelligence, which I mentioned that. It can fetch for the objects, and using the headphones, it can give an information that there is an object in front of you. Just giving an example. There are a lot of use cases. I have not gone through that definitely. But if you search on the internet, there are a lot of use cases which use for disabilities, which was a good question. Yes. Anyone? Hi. Anyone? Any questions? Yeah.
AI and everything, like you said, has opened up a lot of employment for people, but at the same time, it has, closed up employment for millions of people around the world. So AI is like replacing people right now. So how is that helping us?
I'll give you another example of that. Okay. In my childhood days, or I can match that with the teachers, definitely. I think I'll be also the same age. A barber will definitely make his son a barber. Right? A farmer will definitely make his son farmer. Is it happening nowadays? Answer is that. You have to move towards the technology. So, let's assume all of you has gone post-graduation, or let's assume on the top of whatever is now, PhDs. You didn't get job anywhere. If somebody asks to go and count my items in the store, you will do or not? You will not do, right? So there's no opportunity there. That is why these things, artificial intelligence has come in place. We are facing that issue now, particularly in Kerala. I'm sure that you guys may be not aware of that, but parents might not. Who has got coconut trees at home, right? It is not easy to get a person to go and pluck the coconut trees nowadays. Why? That is why there was some Jairam's movie and mission goes and pluck the coconuts, right? So it is how it is. Like when the generation changes, the changes has to have happened. So we have to adopt it. Hello, any questions? So if not, thank you very much for the time. Thank you very much for the team who are here. As a closing note, I just want to give, don't take this as an advice. It's a closing note. In future, do or identify whatever you love. You have to find a job, whatever you love. Then you will never work for a single day. I just give you an advice on this. So find out, this is the time wherein you need to find out what is the skill you have or what gives you pleasure. It can be, like I always tell about the computer field only. So it can be software development, it can be hardware, it can be mechanical engineering, it can be civil engineering, anything. But you identify yourself. What is giving you pleasure? And find and do that job. You will never work single day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening session. I hope our students follow your thoughts and come to your platform. Next, I request somebody from the audience to give their feedback on the session and a little bit of what they learned.
Thank you, sir, for your. It was a nice interactive session. We learned many great things like how web works, how is web application, and learned many things like how the apps we use on daily basis, how things work behind it, and we saw the determination you have shown. Like the PPT presentation was very professional, and that's all. Thanks. It was a nice session.
A Vice Principal Mini Ma'am to present our venerated Chief Guest with a memento as an expression of our gratitude and inexplicable bond we have forged with him. The following children are requested to come and stand on the left-hand side of the stage. Adarsh and Pavel of class 11A, Hariram of class 10A and Pranav of 10B, Samira and Franklin of 11B, Sriram of 11D, Priyanka of 10B, Emmanuel of 11C, Alexander of 11A, Chris of 10C, Sharmishta of 9D and John of 11D. And also Premit and Ved. On 29th November, a quiz club and computer department collaborated for a quiz on Computer Literacy Day, and these are the results. Sir, will you please do the honors to give all the prizes? First place goes to Adarsh and Pawan of 11A. Second place goes to Hariram of class 10A and Pranav of class 10B. Also, these are the results of the debate which was conducted on 30th of November. Sriram of class 11D, Priyanka of class 10B, Emmanuel of class 11C, Hariram of class 10A, Alexander of class 11A, Chris of class 10C, Sharmisha of class 9D, and John of class 11D. A round of applause to all the winners. A special mention to the debate moderator Meenakshi and our quiz masters Pravit and Ved for their efforts towards conducting the competition. With equal pleasure, I invite both Pravit and Ved onto the stage. Now they're going to perform something for us.
നമസ്കാരം. അപ്പോൾ ഞങ്ങളിന്ന് ഒരു പാട്ട് പാടാൻ പോവാണ്. തൈക്കുടം ബ്രിഡ്ജിൻ്റെ കുറുമ്പ് എന്നുള്ള സോങ്. തന്നെ നനതാനേ 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 തന്നെ നനതാനേ നനതാനേ തന്നെ നനതാനേ 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 തന്നെ നനതാനേ നനതാനേ വരുന്നേ നീർമുന്നാരേ കാലി ഞങ്ങൾ ഒന്ന് രണ്ട് എണ്ണം തെറ്റാതുണ്ടേ കൂട്ടം പിന്നിൽ നന്നാരേ കടന്നിടയിൽ കുഴിയോ വളവോ തിരിയോ കരയോ കുളവോ മണിയാതിടയാതരിതൻ മണിയെ ചുമടിയിളം തന്താനേ പണിക്ക് കൂട്ടരുമുണ്ട് ഇരിപ്പാറാണി പണ്ട് കൂട്ടത്തിൽ കുഞ്ഞന്മാരുണ്ട് ഇരിക്കാൻ നേരവുമില്ലേ ഇറക്കാൻ പോണേമില്ലേ നിറയ്ക്കാൻ പത്തായം മരകുള്ളൽ കണ്ടേ പോകും ഞങ്ങൾ ആനേ ഉറുമ്പേ നനതാനേ നനതാനേ താളം പറഞ്ഞാണേ പോണതാണേ ആനേ ഉറുമ്പേ നനതാനേ നനതാനേ താളം പറഞ്ഞാണേ പോണതാണേ നടക്കും നേരം കൊക്കും നാവും നീട്ടിക്കൊണ്ടേ കൂടും കൂട്ടർ കണ്ടാൽ തീരും ജീവൻ അയ്യോ നന്ദാനേ നടക്കും നീരുകാലികളെ മുതുക ചവിട്ടു ഓടിക്കും ഒതുക്കും മുന്നേ പുതിയ കടിക്കും ഇഴഞ്ഞാൽ നന്ദാനേ മാളത്തിൽ ചേരും മുന്നേ മരിക്കാൻ പേടിയുണ്ട് മടക്കം ചോറില്ലാതില്ലേ ഒരിക്കൽ ചൂടും കൊണ്ട് കിഴക്കും മാറിക്കൊണ്ട് നടത്തും യുദ്ധം തീരാമണ്ണിൽ ഓടുന്നുണ്ട് ഞങ്ങൾ പാവം മുറുമ്പേ നരതാനേ നരതാനേ താളം പറഞ്ഞാണേ ഓണതാണേ ആനേ ഉറുമ്പേ നരതാനേ നരതാനേ താളം പറഞ്ഞാണേ ഓണതാണേ തന്നെ നരതാനേ 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 തന്നെ നരതാനേ നരതാനേ താങ്ക് യു
Now the student coordinator of IT Emmanuel Denny will be presenting the vote of thanks.
Computer science is no more about computers than astronomy is about telescope, says Edson. This line summarizes what computer science actually is. A very good afternoon to one and all. I am here to deliver a vote of thanks on behalf of Computer Department and the IT Club. I am glad to be standing here to express my special gratitude to Mr. Tejan sir, Director of Information System in Flexon, Singapore, for accepting our invitation and for being here with us. Today. Thank you, sir, for spending your valuable time with us. Next, I would like to thank our principal and vice principal for making this program possible. Next, my gratitude goes to the computer department teachers, Suma teacher, Shamli teacher, Jyoti teacher, and Nisha teacher for their tireless support. Special thanks to Liji teacher for the technical support. Next, I would like to extend my gratitude to class 11 computer and IP students who with their enthusiasm made this program a grand success. Last but not the least, I would like to thank all the audience for cheering participants and enhancing the quality of our program. I also appreciate the services of our non-teaching staff and Clement Chatton for the light and sound arrangement. Thank you everyone from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Computers aren't just the present, but they are also the future. And without them, there is nothing. This brings to an end to our program. Wishing you a very happy Computer Literacy Day. Thank you.